James, you've got to make sure you tell us every week who your keeper is going to be.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
Literally, well, what are you doing next week? Can you just let me know now?
Oh my gosh.
Next week, listen, definitely Henderson will be coming.
Brilliant. All right, cool. So
that's me. Don't touch Henderson, guys. You heard it here first. Right. This is all jokes.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is FPL Bros. We are up to episode 21. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, not bad.
Very good. Thank you.
Good. Okay, we're going to try and keep it short. We'll try and have all the usual parts of the show as well. Anyone want to discuss their score so far? Obviously, we've still got one game left, which is it Man City at home to Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. On Wednesday.
That's right. A few of us could do with a Aubameyang hat-trick, I dare say.
I need it. I made a big mistake of making Aubameyang my captain and did make Mane my captain. Mane got 30.
I mean, it's no mistake. That's understandable, I'd say.
Totally, because Aubameyang is my captain as well.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, but he's it's Man City.
Yeah, but we all thought he was going to go nuts against West Ham.
What happened to the West Ham game?
It was 1-0 to Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Oh, so it's double points this week.
Just for Arsenal and Man City.
Okay.
Yeah.
What points did you end up with, guys, this week?
Last week or this week?
Well, yeah, this week. I mean, so far, with the one game left to go, what are we on so far? I'm on 52, which is kind of average, I think. I mean, it's probably going to be a little bit above average.
37.
You're on 37.
Average is 37.
Yeah, but there's still one game left, it's probably going to go up tonight as well. So
the bonus points coming in.
Yeah, Derek, you're sitting pretty at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm on 62.
Yeah,
which is okay, but I need Aubameyang to return. I need De Bruyne to start against Arsenal and return for me as well. So
I have to say, I'm impressed. You've managed to squeeze Salah, De Bruyne and Mane into your team, which I think has helped you out a lot this week.
Yeah, it has. Mane has been great since he came back.
Mm-hmm.
His form's been amazing, so can't complain at all.
Okay, so James, I'm a little bit disappointed in you. We were hearing lots of talk about Manchester United midfielders last week. And where are they, man? Where are they? What happened?
I didn't have the money.
Oh.
You're joking.
I needed 1 point to get McTominay. But I thought, you know what? Forget it. It doesn't matter. It's only 0.1.
Now look, you got a goal, didn't you?
Pardon? Yeah, you got a goal, yeah.
Yeah.
And also my own advice. Henderson, at one time I took Henderson out goal, and I put Pope instead. And Pope only got 2 points and Henderson got 7.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you. You keep getting it wrong with the keeper, don't you, mate?
Keep on. Easy. Over and over again.
It is.
I mean, last week you got rewarded with Pope, so I guess you can't have it all.
The next time it didn't work out.
Yeah.
We'll see what. So, the next match is definitely Henderson, because they're playing against Newcastle and Burnley are playing against Man City, so Pope's getting out of goal.
This is James's keeper history. I kid you not, it is hilarious. No, guys, honestly, listen to this, right? It's comedy gold, right? So, starting from game week 23. Game week 23. So, game week 23, James has Rui Patricio in goal. He scores 2 points. Who's he got on his bench? Pope, 12 points. Game week 24, James has Patricio in goal again, because he's definitely going to deliver this time. He scores 2 points. Pope scores 10 points.
And that's against Southampton as well. So Patricio against Southampton, you think they're going to get a clean sheet?
Then James thinks that I'm swapping. Pope, it's your turn. Pope goes in goal, scores 6 points. Patricio scores 8 points. Then
you couldn't make this up.
Then James puts Pope in goal. Again, trusting him. He scores 2 points. Patricia scores 10 points. This is like, mate, like you can't make this. And I think the only game,
It happened again. The week after that happened again. The week after
yeah,
that
and
happened
then
again.
27, he puts Henderson in goal. Pope scores 9 points on his bench. James, if you had all these points, do you know, like further up the rankings you'd be?
I know. It's quite a few points, man.
I think last week was the only week you got it right. Game week 28, when you had Pope in goal, he scored 10
Yeah.
points for you,
Yeah.
as opposed to Henderson. And then obviously this game week 27, you've got Pope in goal, who scored 2 points, and Henderson's on a bench with 7.
But real quick, does anyone have anything to say on blank game week 31? James, do you know what this is? Yeah.
31.
Yeah, but I think is it the
31
quarterfinals of the FA Cup?
No, it's a game in which Liverpool can win the league.
Yeah, nobody cares about that, James.
I think it is the quarterfinals of the FA Cup.
Thank you.
Okay.
So you've only got
so
four
basically,
fixtures that week.
yeah, exactly. So basically, James, just to let you know, I'll bring them up. So that week, you've got Spurs versus West Ham,
Yeah.
Burnley versus Watford, Liverpool versus Palace, and Wolves versus Bournemouth. And by the way, Liverpool could actually win the league the week before that, because if Man City lose twice in a row, it's yours.
I doubt that.
Yeah, but you've been doubting everything pretty much most of the season. I told you that Man City hadn't lost their last game back in November, and I said they would drop points. They've been dropping them all over the place.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have.
I did say that Man United would beat Man City.
I can't remember.
Good. Well then, anyway, blank game week 31. There's only going to be 4 fixtures. You've got Spurs versus West Ham, Burnley versus Watford, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, Wolves versus Bournemouth. Now that you know that, I'm going to start with you, James. Any plans? Are there any teams in particular that you would say stock up on?
I'd definitely say stock up on them. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like it could be the vengeance of Spurs. Definitely vengeance.
That's a good shout.
But it will depend on what we see leading up until then, because they're going to have some games that are going to give some telltale signs. But I think Jose Mourinho's had enough. Watford, I'll definitely stock up on Watford players.
Okay.
I don't need to say anything about Liverpool. You already know. And
yes.
Wolves, I think Wolves will give Bournemouth a hiding. I just can't see Bournemouth winning that game. I just can't. Winning in the Molineux, no way.
Okay, interesting. So pretty much all the home teams, apart from Watford, who are going to travel up to Burnley, and you feel it's likely that it will cause Burnley problems. Derek, what do you think?
So I've got a bit of a tactical approach to this game week. First of all, I'm not playing my free hit. I'm going to try and get some transfers in to try and get enough players. I don't think I'll be fielding 11 players, though.
Fair enough.
I think I'm going to save my free hit for a double game week.
Very good.
Secondly, because I've already got triple Liverpool defence, I'm going to try and get some Wolves assets in to my team.
Yeah.
I think Burnley or Watford assets are a good shout. So you've got Sarr available, and you've got McNeil also available. You could probably look at some Bournemouth forward assets, because with Wolves still in Europa, they might play a bit of a weaker squad.
It's true that I think the rotation is definitely going to come back for Wolves.
Spurs have had injuries up front, so they've just lost Bergwijn.
He's injured.
He's injured. Yeah, he was injured today. It only happened this afternoon. And then they've got Leipzig coming up this week in Champions League. So,
well, they're like 1-0 down in that tie, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So I think they're going to be very tired. Playing against the West Ham team, who haven't conceded too much. They played better than Arsenal, and they were very unlucky to lose. So I think they're going to have a tough game.
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to burn you here, Derek, because you did say that out of all the 3:00 games, Arsenal would score first. And if I remember correctly, they were probably the last to score.
Yeah, that was completely rubbish, wasn't it? That prediction.
Yeah. But to be fair, we all hoped that would be a big win for Arsenal. So I think we all got burned there in one way or another.
Yeah. The goals came late, though. I think who was the first team score? Was it Sheffield? I think it was Sheffield.
It did take a while, actually, all told. Yeah. Anyway, very quickly, blank game week 31. I'm torn between the two approaches. I haven't decided whether I want a free hit or whether I just want to stock up and use my free hit later. It's a lot of forward planning that involves, and I think I've got too much real life getting in the way of that. What I would say though is that if I did decide to stock up, I think we've got like 2 weeks to do it, haven't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I
this
suppose. Go on.
Derek's team is amazing.
I wouldn't go that far.
He's got every single
not-
player I've got. Yeah, he's got every single player I've got that's doing well for me. Plus players that I wish I could have and I can't afford.
Well, like I said, he's done really well with the midfield, and to squeeze Aubameyang in after all that is quite a feat.
He's been banging in goals for fun.
Who has?
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin, yeah.
Yeah. Then I thought that he's probably taking a risk playing that Wolves defender, Says. But Says got 2 points this week.
Yeah. No, I've got saves as well. I don't think Wolves' defence is really much of a risk. You know, they've been playing well pretty much all season. They had a bit of a slow start, but you've got a good chance of getting points in pretty much every position with Wolves, as long as your player plays at least 60 minutes. Anyway, it's all up in the air. I do think I've got some Liverpool players, I've got 3 Wolves players, and I've got Pope. You know, so sorry, what was that?
You got 3 Wolves players.
Yeah,
Who have you got?
I've got Jimenez, Traore, and Size.
Oh yeah, of course. You got
Yeah.
Jimenez and Traore.
Yeah, although Traore is giving me a headache at the moment. So again, I might use the transfers. Who knows? It's very tempting. I'm not looking to field 11 if I do. If I get another 2 in, I think that would do me.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Okay, we want to tackle one more topic, or shall we just get on to looking at the game week ahead?
I just wanted to say, are there any results this week that were particularly surprising, apart from the Man United game, because obviously that was not expected?
Yeah, I mean, I did say that I didn't trust Man City, to be fair, and a surprising result. I think a lot of people thought Watford were going to kick on, especially against
Mate,
Crystal Palace.
Same.
Who don't really like scoring goals, do
And
they?
Southampton.
Yeah, that was kind of an odd one because all of a sudden, again, Newcastle, who don't like really scoring goals, they scored one.
Damn, McTominay has gone up now. His prices are so expensive.
You still looking at ways to get him in?
Yeah.
Just give it up, James. That ship's sailing.
I'm not getting reflected. I'm getting reflected.
You know, James, I believe in you, man. I'm sure there's a way of doing it. Yeah, I will look at your team when I have time and tell you how it could be done.
Yeah.
It's got to be done. It's not just a case of how it can be done. It's got to be done. James, did any results surprise you?
I'm leaving him out. I'm gonna go for someone else.
No, don't give up. Don't give up. McTominay's calling you, man. He's calling at close your eyes. I want you to visualize him in your team, yeah?
I can get him.
The power of visualization.
Sorry.
I'm going for
You're going for
Neves.
Well, at least he got a game in game week 31. All right, then. Let's
We'll go to
look
next
to
week then.
Sorry?
Yeah, like you was gonna say anyway. Go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, let's look up to, game week 30.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do the predictions. Shall we predict Watford v Leicester?
Yeah, let's start back on it. Especially after today's display. Not having Vardy told me because I took him out for Aubameyang, but I think Vardy's back now, so he's probably gonna rip Leicester a new one. So I think Leicester win.
Disclaimer:
Watford a new one, you mean?
Pearson.
Yeah, sorry.
Pearson against his old team, so he's not really going to go there looking to get rolled over.
That's true. That's very true factor. I didn't think about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's not been at Leicester for like 3 seasons now.
Yeah, but he still believes it's his team that won the league.
Yeah, but he brought Leicester up, so it's basically his team. It's his baby.
Well, see, it's interesting, is this a false dawn that we had? Because let's face it, Villa were very poor tonight. And they concede a hell of a lot of goals. So just because Leicester put 4 goals past Villa, can we really take anything from that?
Yeah.
One of the goals apparently was quite lucky. Everyone is seeing it hit your boy's shoulder. But they still got a handball and a penalty for that as well.
A mistake. But what I would say is that the way Brendan Rodgers' teams usually are set up is that if the other team are playing poorly, they take full advantage and they really punish them.
Yeah, but I mean, were Norwich really all that good when they beat Leicester, though? They missed a hell of a lot of chances in that game as well.
Oh,
Anyway, that's by the by. My prediction
Mhm.
is I am going to go for a draw.
Okay, I'm going for Leicester win. James?
I'm going for a draw as well.
Cool.
Okay then. Let's moving swiftly on. We have
Sure.
Brighton
Score draw, in fact.
versus what was that?
Go for a score draw, in fact.
Score draw. All right, fair enough. Yeah.
Brighton Arsenal. I'm going for
Okay.
Arsenal
Yeah,
win.
Brighton. Yeah, at the Amex Stadium.
Arsenal going to give them a
wins
hiding.
nil.
Where's this coming from? When was the last time Arsenal gave anybody a hiding?
Arsenal undefeated this year, sorry, in
That's
2020.
not
So
the question. That is not the question. What was the
I think
question?
they're due to give a team a hiding.
They're due to give a team a hiding, and that's going to be Brighton, is it?
They're going to get it.
Do you know, out of all the teams in the bottom
They were
half of the
Arsenal gave
table,
a hiding long ago. Arsenal gave a hiding not long ago, actually. Every single Arsenal player scored, if I remember. Even like all of them. Yeah, Newcastle. They gave Newcastle hiding.
all right. Do you think that Brighton are worse than Newcastle?
I wouldn't say they are, but the thing is, I believe that when Brighton let things go and slip, they're potentially terrible.
James, listen, like out of what I was about to say is that out of like the bottom 5 or 6 teams, Brighton have the best goal difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they really get turned over. Anyway, I would say Arsenal are probably going to win that one, but I don't see it being a hiding. Derek?
I said Arsenal's going to win 2-0.
Yeah. Fair enough. Man City versus Burnley.
I can see City winning this quite comfortably.
That United game.
But once again, this is going to be played on the Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they've got the Champions League game on like a Tuesday, maybe. I'm not too sure what day it is. So they might
actually.
They might not have. Sorry.
I said I'm going to have a quick look. You go on.
Yeah, so they might not play some of the big strikers like Aguero, and they might rest De Bruyne again because I expect them to play De Bruyne against Arsenal, especially after the loss against United. So yeah, I reckon Burnley should lose this game. However, I don't think it's going to be a massive scoreline. I think it might be like a 2-0 win to City along those lines.
Okay, City's return leg against Real Madrid, yeah, it's going to be the following Tuesday. But the thing is, we've been fooled by this before. Yeah, the thing about Pep is that he doesn't play by the same rules by the rest of us, like rest or rotation. Literally, all he does is look at the opposition, and that's how he picks his team. And I've said this before, he might decide, yeah, that he wants to stifle Real Madrid on the Tuesday and press from the front. And when he does that, he normally picks Jesus. So he might just say, oh, screw it. I don't need to rest Aguero. Let me play him against Burnley and let him go nuts, which he has done before. I think last season he got a hat-trick against them, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
He got a brace against them. I remember he scored extremely well against Burnley last season, and a lot of people were even expecting him to play.
You like to eat the
So what's your prediction?
After saying all that, I don't know. James, quick, you do yours, because I'd have to think about it.
Man City, comfortable victory, probably a 2-0 as well, like Derek.
Actually, no, you know what? I think even though Burnley are playing better, like they're still not in the same class as Man City. And the fact that they've had a relatively poor season by their standards, Burnley that is, I think that Man City their superiority will just show. Don't see any reason why they shouldn't win that game. Will it be a thrashing? Could well be. Could well be.
It's depending.
Aston Villa versus Chelsea.
Ooh.
I can see Chelsea winning that one. They've been free scoring of recent. Frank's done something to that team. I don't know if it's because they're playing 3 at the back, but it's working. The midfield is absolutely dominating. And that's something which I saw, especially in the last game. I was watching them. And when they get that ball in the midfield, it's so dangerous. It is just incredible. And now I see why Liverpool lost to them, because they were dominating the midfield. Therefore, they were managing to get runs behind players. And
it's because that Gilmore kid.
No, it's not because of Gilmore. It's just because of the style they're playing now. I think because they have the fullbacks as part of the midfield now. They literally have 5 men in the midfield.
I think it helps that Giroud is doing the job up front as well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea are going to dominate in the midfield. And the way the midfield for Leicester dominated Aston Villa today, I think they're going to stand no chance against Chelsea. So that's my opinion. I think it's going to be a quite comfortable win for Chelsea.
James.
So I feel like it's too obvious for Chelsea to just win comfortably, and I don't feel like Chelsea are that consistent.
Mm.
I think this game, I won't say it's going to be an upset, but I think an upset is potentially there for Man City
Is
to
this
take
your
on.
early shock result prediction then?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the thing is, every now and again, Aston Villa do surprise us. And I said last week that even though they're probably going to go down, they do put up a fight every now and again.
Yeah.
Having said that, I think that Chelsea will probably edge this one because Derek's right. They are playing well at the moment, and Frank seems to have discovered something with three at the back. I mean, I don't know why they don't play it more often, frankly, because when Conte played it, they were just unbeatable.
But
Yeah.
do they have fixtures in between that game? Like they got Champions League game, right?
Yeah, that's a write-off, though, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's going to affect their confidence.
I suppose so. What do you think? Do you think Frank might just say, "Oh, screw it," and throw on a load of kids so he can get back to qualifying for next season's Champions League?
I'm not sure because at the end of the game, yeah, I don't think he will. Because at the end of the game, people are saying, "Oh, Liverpool game back against Barcelona."
You love that, don't you?
It's amazing.
Oh, dearie me. Well, let's see if they could come back against Atletico Madrid. So, Spurs versus Man United.
Oh, this is a tough one. And I've been thinking about this game, and the way United are playing, it looks very promising. However, is Jose Mourinho going to really lose to all the clubs he's been manager of this season? I don't think so.
True, but he's got his big excuses ready-made, hasn't he? He's got nobody up front at the moment unless he plays Parrott and Janssen. Can you imagine that? Parrott and Janssen up front for Spurs.
It's crazy.
Just so crazy, it just might work.
So I think Mourinho is going to do what he does best and go for the draw. I think that's the smartest thing to do. Yeah. So I can see this being a ball draw.
Okay. Let's see. Man United, they're pretty much through in the Europa League, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's difficult.
A fifth spot, they're very close to getting a fifth spot. Very, very close.
They're not that far off, are they? They found some form.
Not far off.
Yeah. I'm going to say...
Yeah, they're 3 points behind. Chelsea needs to lose once, and Man United needs to win once to be able to get there. And Man United's goal difference is better than Chelsea, so yeah, they're probably very.
I thought Chelsea had 5 points on Man United.
3 now.
It's 3 now.
Yep, 3 now.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Going on current form, I'm going to say Man United. I mean, Spurs really ought not to be losing at home, but Man United are looking irresistible at the moment. Did you give a prediction as well, James?
Oh no. I kind of agree with Derek. I see it being a draw. I see Spurs getting a penalty and Man United getting a goal.
That's oddly specific. A penalty?
Yeah.
All right, go and tell us. Who's it going to be?
Dele Alli.
Who's going to get fouled?
Probably Dele Alli as well.
This is going to be... See, right, well, I'm going to hold you to that.
Who's going to...
Okay. Everton versus Liverpool at Goodison Park.
Don't know.
I
hate calling the Merseyside derby because it's not as easy as it sounds.
No, it's true. It isn't.
No. And
okay, but this way, I don't think it's going to be a 0-0. I don't think either side is going to keep a clean sheet.
I agree.
Although that's not really much of a prediction, is it?
No.
Maybe 2-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah, see, maybe it's a tough one to call. I appreciate that. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. I would say I'm going to go for a score draw because I really do think Ancelotti I just can't see that guy letting things slide too much at Everton. He knows he's got work cut out for him. Okay, he should be up to the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
James, did you have an opinion on this one, or is it too hard to call?
I want it to be 2-1, but I do believe it will be a score draw as well.
Fair enough.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Okay, then we shall move on to player picks. Does anyone have a preference about who goes first? Or
no?
Okay, I'll go first in that case. I'll keep it nice and simple.
Yeah.
First up is pretty simple choice for me. Nick Pope. Burnley have some decent fixtures coming up. They're playing Gameweek 31, And I think most of them, Pope is going to get the clean sheet points. Second, I'm going to say Marcus Alonso. It's a bit of a gamble because I know that Frank Lampard doesn't seem settled on his, well, I was going to say fullbacks, but as long as he's playing wing backs, I think he's going to stick with Alonso. And it's like the days of yore. That guy is always lurking around the box. And when he does that, he's got a shot on him. Every now and again, he takes a free kick, and they're usually quite decent too. And I don't think he's that expensive. Well, I mean, compared to Liverpool fullbacks, he's not that expensive. And then again, keeping it simple, up front, Raul Jimenez. He pretty much plays all the time. Wolves have got some decent fixtures coming up. They've got a fixture in game week 31. Don't overthink it. Jimenez. If he ain't scoring, he's getting an assist. That's my picks.
Cool. Good picks.
Yeah.
Shall I go next? Is it okay for me to go next?
Go for it.
So I would pick for the next game. I think people should start thinking about picking Jordan Ayew. He's got a nice run at this moment in time. He's been scoring quite a few goals in a few games. Crystal Palace's next match is against Bournemouth, and I don't think he'll score in a Liverpool game, but like in that game, he'll get. I think he could get something. The other thing to go for is I would start looking at Martial. He seems to be getting a run of goals in the game that he's playing at this moment in time. It looked like he couldn't play that centre striker role, but since after having quite a few bad games, he started to pick up a bit of steam and it's starting to work out for him. The other player I will pick is who's that guy that plays for Newcastle? I've forgotten his name.
Saint-Maximin.
Yeah, Maximin. I'll start looking at him. So he's playing against Sheffield United in the next game, which I think will be a difficult game for him. But after that, he's got a game against Bournemouth. So I can see him scoring that Bournemouth game.
That's all really decent, man.
Different ones.
Decent ones. Decent.
Right,
I like it.
So my picks, I'm going to start with Wolves player. So I'm going for Diogo Jota. I think he's a good shout, good value for money. He's got West Ham next, followed by Bournemouth. And they both concede. It's a bit of a differential as well. So probably climb the ranks if he does well. So that's my first pick. My second pick is a Watford player. So it's one which was mentioned last week. But I'm looking at Sarr.
Yeah.
I think Leicester are a good team. However, I was just thinking away from home, they haven't always delivered and the defence hasn't looked as strong as it could have. Watford were quite unlucky this week to end up losing to Palace, and I think the red card that they got really did affect them.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to be basically hoping that they come back stronger this week. And then finally, I am going to be putting my money on a United player, which I haven't done in a very long time. It's not Fernandes.
Wow.
Everyone is actually putting their money on Fernandes. I'm going for wan-bissaka. After his display against City, I can see something's changed in the boy.
Yeah.
And their next couple of fixtures actually looks really appetizing. I don't see the weakened Spurs team, who have probably got to resort to putting a keeper up front for them based on injuries, scoring.
That sounds like something Pep Guardiola would do, actually. Because he's talked about Edison taking the penalties, hasn't he?
Really?
Yes, he has. Just imagine that. Because say he takes the penalty and he misses, right? And then the other team gets the ball and he's going to run like 90 yards.
Oh my God. But their fixtures don't look look very appetizing. They don't look very difficult in my opinion. They've got Tottenham, obviously they've got the blank game week. Then after they've got Brighton, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Southampton, Palace, and West Ham.
Oh really?
Yeah, so they've got a sick run. I can see wan-bissaka getting some good bonuses in there, and he's got the potential for assists because he does bomb up front sometimes as well. So he's one to keep your eyes on. But yeah, those are my 3 player picks this week.
I wonder when Rashford gets back. That's not finished interesting.
What's that?
Rash Daddy.
Yeah, I wonder when he gets back.
Good question.
One quick thing as well, actually. So my brother was saying how Bruno Fernandes, after they had a draw against Everton, he said that he went into the dressing room and the Manchester United players, someone said they got this from a source, the Manchester United players were saying it's a decent result. And Bruno Fernandes was fuming, saying that's not a decent result, draw against Everton. That's crazy. And Yeah, and it's kind of changed the dressing room. People are reacting differently to different games.
So they've got a new energy then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's undeniable that he's having an effect on
Mhm.
them. So, I mean, people are doing the obvious thing and getting him in, and I won't deny that I'm tempted, but I think overall, and we did mention this last week, Man United just may be offering us options. As far as Rashford goes, apparently he's not back until mid-May. But I just wanted to say I really, really like the wan-bissaka pick from Derek, and
Yeah.
if Solskjaer keeps playing three at the back and wan-bissaka as a wing back, I don't see any reason why he can't start picking up the points. I really
Yeah.
don't. I think he's got it in him
Yeah.
to be a bit more attacking. Okay, then. Shock results. I know, James, you already kind of mentioned yours, which was it Chelsea losing to Villa? Was that your shock result?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Derek, do you want to go next or?
Yeah, I can see a potential shock result in Norwich beating Southampton. I mean,
Wow.
now that's not a massive shock, but considering Southampton have had a good run
Mm,
of winning games or drawing them in the last couple of weeks, and Norwich have been absolutely terrible, I can see Norwich actually beating them just because
Yeah.
Norwich are at home. Southampton did have a bit of a stinker when they lost to Newcastle. So
mhm.
yeah, to me that'd be quite a shock result for me. I fully expect Southampton to win, but I can kind of see Norwich nicking it this time
Yeah.
around.
Do you think Southampton may be already starting to think about the beach a bit?
The beach.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's early, but like, let's face it, the teams which are below them really are bad. Some of them, I think they're right to be confident and just kind of cruise a bit.
Yeah,
Confident, comfortable.
They've survived for another season. Anyway, I'm going to put the shock back in shock result, and I'm going to say that if there is going to be one this weekend, I will say it will be Everton beating Liverpool.
hmm,
Because let's face it, that would be a shock.
that would be a
And
massive shock.
and I don't know. I still got some faith in Ancelotti, even though he's maybe looked foolish the last couple of weeks.
I see
And
that draw.
sorry,
I see that being a draw. I think they'll take
yeah,
points.
you did say that, but I'm predicting a shock win for Everton here, and I don't know. Perhaps Liverpool taking their foot off, well, not taking their foot off the gas a little bit, but let's say like just doesn't come out for them. It's a little bit of a stutter there. You've got Adrian in goal. You've got
Mhm.
Calvert-Lewin looking dangerous. Richarlison's always looking dangerous. So yeah, that's mine.
Okay.
All right then. You just, you two, you're not having it, are you?
Nah, that's fine. Sure.
We'll win the league eventually, so one game lost doesn't really mean much anyway.
Okay then. It's nice to hear you take it so well.
Mhm.
Okay, wonderful guys. I think we've made some good time, so there's not really much else to say, unless anybody got anything else to say. Not really. No. Okay,
That's
good
it.
looking out, fellas. Thanks for taking part in the pod, and just left for me to say goodbye.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.
Okay, bye bye, everyone.